and the city of Baltimore over the weekend.
Yep.
At times he couldn't even spell his name right because the president doesn't care about being accurate.
One thing he cares about
being racist.
One thing he cares about, though, is attacking black men. He loves attacking black men. He loves attacking black women. He's doing, and the pace, as I said last hour, is quickening, and now he's attacking our good friend Al Sharpton. Reverend Al is on the phone right now. So, Rev, you're in the Elijah Cummings Hall of Fame, and I would call it a Hall of Fame because such a good man. So Donald Trump tweeting today said that you and he always got along well and that you loved Trump, but he said that you hate whites and hate cops, which is very interesting, Al, because I think you probably know, and most people that know me know, I'm about as white as they come, and you and I are really good friends. What do you think about Donald Trump now reaching out after attacking Elijah Cummings all weekend, now deciding to start attacking you?
Well, I think this is Trump getting ready for re-election, so he's going to attack the most visible black that comes across his desk that he thinks can set a tone. I'm not going to bite the bait. The fact of the matter is I've released on Instagram, my Instagram, pictures of Donald Trump coming to National Action Network conventions. One where he was explaining to James Brown and Reverend Jackson how, despite the fact that I marched on him about Central Park and marched on him the issues, he comes to my convention because he respects my work. Now all of a sudden I'm all these names. Fine. The fact of the matter is, if he came to my convention, the National Action Network, I couldn't have conned him to come. He came because he was trying to have it both ways, which he's trying to do now. We need to stand up and deal with the fact that this president's policies hurt people all over this country, and despite that, people like Elijah Cummings have delivered for their district and could deliver more if they were empowered. And we need not get in the sideshow of a man that 1 minute calls your names, next minute stands up smiling with you at your convention. He will do anything, including to his own supporters, if it's to his advantage. I'm not going to fall prey to that. I'm not going to bite that bait.
Yeah, well, you know, Rev, we've talked about this before. We even ran a package on Morning Joe a couple months ago talking about how Donald Trump has shifted his position on race time and again. He went from Central Park 5 myths to then suddenly in the 1990s, when it served him well to be close friends with people of color, with boxers, with hip hop artists, with civil rights leaders like yourself. Suddenly, he was your best friend. He even dated African American women. Even into the 2000s, and had a very close relationship with people of color in New York City and across America. Now suddenly, you know, he gets into politics, he plays a birther card, and now he's even attacking you, somebody that he has long said he was close with.
Yeah, and you've got to ask yourself this question. He would support us and come to us even after I would challenge him and march on him about Central Park and attack him on Bertha. But make this note, Joe and Mika, on December 1st, 2016, 3 weeks after the election, he called me after seeing me on this show, Morning Joe, and asked me to come and meet with him. He had won the election. He was president-elect. And he wanted me to come meet with him in Mar-a-Lago. I said, I will only meet with you if I can bring other leaders of national civil rights organizations. No, Al, I just know you. Let's meet. Let's talk. Why would you want, as president-elect of the United States, to meet with a troublemaker and a con man? Other than you are knowing better than that. That's who he is, and we know who he is. Yeah. The question is, what are we going to do about it?
So that is the question, and I have some questions for you about that, Reverend Al. Obviously, you don't want to take the bait. You know how he operates, and you can handle it. I get that. But how does one stand up? How do people stand up who know this is wrong? The concern, of course, is that if you laugh this off or say it's just Donald Trump, that's the way he is, we are desensitizing people by the day to racism, something that is clearly wrong, that is against the law. And so my question for you is, how do we not ignore this? What is the action that needs to be taken? It's obviously upon the Republicans who are still stepping up for Trump and defending him with their silence. What is the best way to hold them accountable and to have them speak out and put their names and faces on this, if this is what they support, or to finally force them to speak out against what is clearly wrong? How does that happen? How do we do that?
I think inherent in your question, because the answer, we've got to change our target where we start challenging the Republicans, particularly those up for Senate races this year, that you are going to stand up and really deal with the head of your party, Donald Trump, or you're the one that's going to suffer the consequences. You must make the target McConnell, who's running again in Kentucky, and those that have some skin in the game in 2020, and tell them that you are co-signers and co-conspirators and accomplices to the moral decay that this president has put forward. And you've got to challenge his cheerleaders. When ask people like the Fox crowd, then if these people are so bad, Joe Scarborough and you, Mika, and now me and Elijah Cummings, then why does the president call people like Sharpton and ask them for meetings and make him look to his own base inconsistent, but use that to go after the senators and the Republican leadership that have laryngitis while he's peddling racism and dividing this country? We must say that we may not get him directly to ever grow up. That's obvious, but we can certainly make those around him know that you're going to go down with him or you're going to stand up with us.
Well, again, it's a great message, and we just put up a picture of Donald Trump with you back in 2006 at the National Action Network convention. That was back, Reverend, when you were cheating on your wind sprints. You're looking fit and much more fit these days, and with the Godfather. So, it's also so interesting, and thank you, Rev, for being with us. It's also, you can't say it enough. This is back when Donald Trump is giving money to Hillary Clinton, and giving money to Nancy Pelosi, and giving money to Rahm Emanuel, and giving money to Chuck Schumer, and giving money to the Democratic National Committee, and saying that Hillary Clinton would be a great president of the United States. It's amazing that conservatives and Republicans are falling for this. And I've said it all along. I was shocked that they were falling for a lifelong Democrat who decided to play the racist card when he thought that it might get him a little bit of traction in the Republican Party.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.